Pine Bluff, America's fastest shrinking city.
Literally nobody around, you guys.
It's like a nuclear bomb went off and everyone evacuated pretty much.
Who are these guys?
Probably people just like us, just in case.
Oh, look at this beauty.
Now I feel like I'm starting to drive into Connecticut.
This is the house we're coming up on.
What a place.
You got it for 300, right?
Yeah. It's called Prime Bluff, but we call it Prime Bluff.
Why'd the violence get so bad, do you think?
You're telling me a hamburger is $2.35?
There are some fine people lived here.
Everybody just needs to be grateful for what they have, and that somebody's trying to build back up Pine Bluff. They let you know that the dream is not lost.
I mean, look at our last hour. We're in that Gucci neighborhood. We're in the meth mall. And then we're on native lands with the native casino with all the Hispanics building it. I'll tell you what, the country's stimulated. All right, guys, here we are, Pine Bluff. According to last census, America's fastest shrinking city. I believe it was a 12.5% decline.
Empty streets. First Impressions has a bit of an eerie feel to it.
And the population went from 2010 to 2020 from roughly 49,000 to 41,000. Now I believe it's around, these are rough numbers, around 38,000. So declines like that, drastic declines, happen for a reason. And the goal of today is to meet some locals, get their take on their city, what's going on currently, what happened, where are things going.
Look at this old theater. You got the ticket booth here. I'm sure in the 50s and the 60s, maybe the 70s, this was just thriving. Oh, listen to that. These little plastic pieces. People coming up. 1 ticket, please. And you go to the matinee. See a movie with your family and friends. Not long ago, noises of laughter and children running around. And this is some dangerous infrastructure for sure. Oh, look at this beauty. Just built in style. When things were built with pride, when design was a concern. Here we have a place for sale by owner. This one's falling in on itself. I mean, there's literally nobody around, you guys. We're gonna talk to the first person we see. That's a beautiful mural though. University of Arkansas. There's a university, I believe, on the side of this town. The only noises are electric boxes and the very occasional car going by. Vines taking over the side of these buildings. So Pine Bluff has one of the roughest reputations in Arkansas. Violent crime per 1,000 is around 16. National is around 4, so way over the national average. Homicides 2025 were 16. That's worse than New Orleans, Baltimore, Detroit per capita. So 41 per 100,000. And this year already has 8. So it's in a bit of a rough place from the statistics at least, but that's not the full story, definitely. First impression, there's no one down here to feel it's really any dangerous. And look at this beauty. It says hood right above the entryway. This is interesting. Like the proverbial monster that destroyed its creator, government has become that which will destroy the very rights and freedoms it was established to protect. We have the power to stop it though without bloody violence. Okay, we got a lot here. The only change by Democrats and Republicans will be bigger government and more violation of our rights. There is an alternative. This is the Libertarian Party. If you're for more freedom and less government, then you are indeed a libertarian. Okay, there we go. We got some political operation here. Pine Bluff. I think this is the courthouse or some government building. Excuse me, sir. Is this courthouse still in operation? Yes. Are you from Pine Bluff?
Yes.
What's it like right now? How are things?
The state of the city?
Yeah.
It's not all that great right now. The economy is terrible. All the jobs are leaving. It just seems like, whether you want to hear it or not, it's a conspiracy to make sure it stays this way. It's in somebody's best interest that Pine Bluff stays in the shape that it's in.
You think so?
Well, I believe so. I've been here all my life. Other than my, 6 years in the military,
Nice.
came right back.
Thank you, sir.
And anybody who wants to move the city forward, they don't last long around here.
Okay. So what I'm seeing, I've literally been here 15 minutes, first time. What's that?
No, this man has dementia.
Okay. Okay. So what's your name, sir?
My name is Anthony Royal.
Anthony Royal, Peter Santenello. Okay, so I'm seeing beautiful old architecture. So when you were young, was this place thriving or what was it like?
The entire downtown was full. We had businesses. I'm always in operation, movie theaters.
Okay.
We had everything that Little Rock or Memphis or anyone like that had. Little Rock and Pine Bluff was neck and neck as far as.
Seriously?
Early 80s, we had close to 70,000 people here. Around the 90s or whatever, our industrial park seemed like it started to close down. A lot of the businesses started to leave one by one.
So everyone was employed, working.
Everybody was employed, everybody was working. The city was moving forward.
It was a safe town back in the day?
I believe so. I mean, you don't have crime everywhere. If you consider the crime here in Pine Bluff with the population that we have, we're no different than Hot Springs or any other city in Arkansas, but it just seems to be highlighted more so here. In my opinion, it's in someone's best interest for Pine Bluff to stay in the state that it's in right now.
Okay.
Because every time we attempt to grow, every time we take 2 steps forward, they seem to knock us back 4 or 5. We have so much corruption within the city right now.
You feel okay
Judgments.
saying that, working for the city?
Well, I work for the county.
Oh, okay, okay.
But we got it in the county too. We got it in the
So
county
you're saying some serious corruption here?
serious corruption, and nobody seems to do anything about it. We've appealed to the governor, legislative officers, at the Capitol. Let's help us corral some of the stuff that's going on. No one
But
seems to-
why are you holding out? You could move somewhere else. Why are you staying?
Well, my main reason for being here when I came back is I have children. Right now, I just feel like I'm too old to go anywhere.
Okay.
You know, I'm almost 60.
It's your place. You grew up here.
Yeah. It was a nice time. We had a nice mix. You know, we were almost 50-50 black, white population.
Everyone got along pretty well?
To my,
In your
we never had any. We never had any.
There was no
incidents
beef?
not in my lifetime. Once again, my opinion. But
You think it can come back?
I believe it can. I believe it can, but we gotta clean the city.
All right. Well, you're part of it. You just mowed this lawn over there and it looks nice.
Thank you. I'm trying to edge down. Yes, sir.
Take care. So I've only been in Arkansas for a couple days, but that's what it's like as far as friendliness. Everyone is super friendly and willing to share. And when you're making videos, that's what you want. The economy here in the 1800s, early 1800s, cotton, like so much of this region. Railroad came in 1873, end of the 1800s. River commerce brought in industry, the lumber, the timber industry flourished. And then I read there was a big flood, 1927, and that really knocked the place down. And then, as the man said, the industry went away, people left. Unemployment rose, crime rose. I mean, there might be someone still living in there, who knows? If you're homeless, there are a lot of vacant places for shelter. This place has a post-apocalyptic feel to it, at least down here. Look at the nature just coming right back through. Nature always wins in the end. And if this stays like this, next 100 or so years, well, there'll be no building left and it'll just be trees, forest. This is the opposite of gentrification. What will Pine Bluff look like in 10, 20, 30 years? That's why I love making these videos, you guys, because the goal is this is still online in 10, 20, 30 years. You can look back at what society and places were like. Sort of a pause on 2026 to go back to. Here we go. Here's some oxygen. We have some artists here. Across the street, a new playground. Let me put the feeling on here. It is a bit of Gary, Indiana.
It's a bit of the South. It's a bit of the Rust Belt. It's like a nuclear bomb went off and everyone evacuated pretty much, except for a few cars going by. You guys are locals here.
Yes.
How are things these days?
Everybody's trying to live and survive.
But to keep a positive mindset, we will say growth.
Yeah.
It's growing.
It's growing a lot. You come look 10 years ago, it was nowhere near this. You know, half the buildings that were torn down were still up, you know, looking like the ones that are still up.
Oh, so there were buildings that were like too far gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to get into this barber shop, but it's closed, huh?
Oh,
No, it's not.
Oh, it's open? Is this your guys' shop?
my brother.
I'm just
Okay. I like to show off businesses that are happening. Look at this. Nice little oasis here. This is great. I noticed a new playground down there. So there's some energy coming back in.
Yes.
We see a lot of the negative that comes through Pine Bluff, and we try to put a lot of small things to indicate the positive, because I mean, that's all we got now. You know, we're already a smaller community, we're a smaller town. We have to work with what we have.
And we got to be thankful for what we also have.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I think right now everybody just needs to be thankful and grateful for what they have, and that somebody's trying to build back up Pine Bluff. They let you know that the dream is not lost.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so we are the younger generation, and the generation after us, we're still dreaming. So we just happy to see that there is some type of progress going on.
Okay, yeah. Everything always goes in a cycle, right? And those guys that were here in, say, the 60s, they were on the top of the cycle, and then it went down, and then where are we? I mean, every town has this, right? Is it hit the bottom and it's coming back, or it's, who knows? It's sort of
scraped the bottom.
scraping.
Touch it.
Yeah.
You didn't touch it,
scraped
okay.
the bottom, but it's definitely coming back.
Yeah.
Okay, but guys like you are staying in town.
Yes.
Young guys, what are you, in your 20s?
Yeah, I'm young 20, I'm 23.
Cool. You don't want to leave?
I don't, I mean, it's going to be a point in time where you have to, you know, of course there's other things in life, you know, opportunities, growth, but for the time being, there's no one that's going to get to the youth like the youth. We're the closest to them when it comes to teenagers.
Yeah, you guys have an important role.
Yes, most definitely. I try my best to be around the kids, especially when it comes to sports, when it comes to just being there as an advocate, a mentor. A lot of the kids need that nowadays.
And I to piggyback on what he's saying, for them to see a change coming here and see people trying to do things, it kind of motivate them. Even on the lost dreams, it kind of motivate them to pick it back up and just try.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Long as you trying to keep going, then you know what I'm saying. You gotta look at it.
Well, kids look. We have social media these days. It's grabbing attention. People need real, in the flesh, positive role models.
Real lifetime.
Yeah.
That's exactly what.
Look at this beauty. The Hotel Pines, constructed in 1912, it was considered one of Arkansas's showcase hotels. So all the traders, the business people, would come into downtown here, stay at the Hotel Pines. Sure, there's amazing ballroom in there, excellent food, ornate detail, the marble floors, and then one day the people stop coming. So this is an interesting corner. We have this beautiful building, old pharmacy, shoe shop. Let's check that out. And then you have Siemens Bank, tallest building in town. And then the Generator, an innovation hub powered by Go Forward Pine Bluff. They're trying here, you can tell. New sidewalk, innovation hub. Let's check out what they're doing. Who's here? How you doing? What's your name?
Grace.
Grace, okay, what's going on here, Grace?
We do like a lot of different classes for small businesses. And then sometimes we do like education purposes, like we partner with different schools. We have the East program for kids. And then we just had a session that helped like usually the elderly people with digital literacy.
Cool.
But you just missed them, so it would have been probably cool if you would have came.
They just left.
Yeah, like probably like 30 minutes ago, well, I said 20 minutes ago.
So you're from Pine Bluff?
Yeah.
Do you love it? What's your take on it?
It's nice. It's home. I mean, of course, obviously, I do want to see it progress and get better. But I mean, I like the people here, and I love that some of them really have the heart to try to make the city better. So,
like Pops.
yeah, you see how he's trying to like help the community. I like, you know, that we do have people here, like Miss Kanisha. I don't know if you ever met her or not. You probably haven't, but she started a micro school out here.
Okay.
And I thought it was just the coolest thing ever. So she really has a passion for the kids and education. So I thought that was cool.
Okay, so you think you're gonna stay?
Probably not, because I mean, once I finish school and everything, it's like I do want to, you know, venture out and explore. But I mean, I really want to be able to hopefully be in a time of life where I can give back to my community. But I do want to like leave and go to different countries and stuff.
God's Hospital, Henry Mark's company, best clothes in town, Shoe Express. I feel like this is how it was 57 years ago, like exactly. Just had this fixed up.
Yes,
your purse.
He had fixed it up once. Now he's fixed it up again.
You thought I had a gun in my hand.
Yeah, when you were coming down there, you know, it looked like a gun. I said, surely he's not doing it. Then when he came in here, I could tell it was something different.
It was a GoPro, yeah. I guess with the stick, it looks like a gun a little bit.
It's 2215, the stick.
Okay.
I'm Peter.
I'm Mary Hart.
Mary, great to meet you, ma'am.
Nice to meet you.
Santenello.
Take care.
What is that?
Italian.
Italian?
Okay.
Yeah. You
Bye. Thank you.
You got to taught me shoe repair with Italian. I learned this trade through him. I was in junior high school.
The Italian guy.
That's the guy.
Okay.
Dave Lupo.
And maybe you'll pass it on to someone else, right?
I pray I do. This art right here is just well needed. People still need it. This used to be a men's store, a high dollar men's store. If you wanted a nice suit, tie, shirt.
And it still is?
Yeah.
Get a suit?
I don't carry as much as the guy that Henry and Marks used to carry, or Mark Bell. I just brought in a few things to whereas sometimes people just want to buy in store instead of ordering online.
Yeah? Try it on.
Try it on, see what you like, and then if it's not the size you want, I can always order it. A lot of people, that's what they do. Come on, I'll show you my shop.
Yeah.
My main goal is fixing shoes.
That's an art form.
Oh, yeah. I put soles in heels and boots.
This is classic, huh? This machine?
This machine was built in the early 60s.
Thing must weigh a ton.
Oh, it does. Put the boot on there, close it up. Close your sole back on. Another machine here. And what that does is it sews your sole back on your shoes.
Oh, yeah.
This machine right here is a sander. Put a new sole on here. Sand it off.
You like doing it?
I love it. I grew up here, and so that's when things were really flourishing downtown, but over the years I saw it just kind of dwindle down. And I blame it on Walmart because when Walmart was at the mall, it was flourishing, everything was going, and then they moved to one central location, which was out by the freeway. It drew all the businesses out. It sucked out the businesses. But we're coming back. There's a lot of traffic always flowing downtown. This coming back.
You can see how we started way down there at the end of the street there at the courthouse, came all the way up Main Street, and it turns to this, which is very interesting. Some money has definitely come into this town. For a place this size, that is a sweet looking library, I gotta say. And then what is this? University of Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Business Support Incubator and Office Complex. Let's go in this library and get a look-see. Yeah, so quite impressive, I gotta say. And just literally a stone's throw from those buildings that are falling down, you have this. And as a creator, I wanna tell you guys, I could come into this town, just focus purely on the blight, probably have a more viral video doing so, because it's maybe more interesting than a library. But I wanna be as fair as possible to the locals here, but also to you, the audience, because right now on the internet, the model of extremes works pretty good. And, you know, libraries aren't what people click on. I don't know what this was. Look at the size of this place. Nice I-beam construction here. It's probably too far gone. All right, guys, I was told there's a place called Rich's Burgers. Closes at 1. We have about 10 minutes. It's a Pine Bluff staple. Trying to get there before it shuts down. You know, that woman in the shop was scared when she saw me because she thought I had a gun. When you're running with a GoPro that looks sort of like a gun in Pine Bluff, it looks a little suspect. But I've got my head on a swivel and we're doing okay. All right, there it is. Rich's Hamburgers. See it out there? Open sign. You're telling me a hamburger is $2.35?
Yep.
That's the best price I've seen in 20 years. I'll do cheeseburger.
You want regular fries or Cajun fries?
Cajun.
What's the drink?
Just water's fine. Cash only, right?
Cash and checks.
I like your style.
7:30. I like your style.
I like your style more. Keep the change.
Oh,
that's a tip for you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're Rich's mom.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, you proud of him doing these burgers for so many years?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's been here 39 years. Be 40 years in October. Halloween Day.
All right, guys, I want to talk to you about something happening behind the scenes to all of us. Our personal data gets hoovered up by data brokers and sold all across the internet. So earlier this year, I found a solution to this problem, Incogni. Incogni is a personal information removal service that wipes yourself from the internet. So we have the right to remove ourselves from these lists. But to try to do this one by one would be a full-time job. I started using Incogni in February and I've seen exceptional results. Here's my dashboard where I've been removed from 1,448 data brokers. And you can see here all of the data brokers that have tried to poach my personal information. For me, I currently have 237 that are being removed. So what you need to do is sign up to Incogni and they'll do the consistent, constant, in the background work of removing you from these websites. So I've received way less spam emails, spam calls, junk mail, which removes one of life's biggest annoyances. And since this is a game like whack-a-mole, you can't just do this once and be done. It's a constant process, and that's why having Incogni working 24/7, 365 in the background is crucial. I strongly suggest getting Incogni's unlimited plan, which gives the option to request custom removals from any website. There's a huge discount if you use my link down below in the description to get 60% off an annual plan. Take back your personal data with Incogni. Click on the link below, incogni.com/Santenello to get 60% off their annual plan. Now back to the story.
Oh, thank you, man.
Oh, you're hungry, sir.
That is amazing.
You can sit it down right there.
Oh, yeah, thanks. I'm just doing a series on Arkansas. I want to show different perspectives of the state.
Well, we go all the way from the Delta to the mountains. We're got everything in Arkansas. Arkansas is a wonderful state.
I've only been here 2 days. Everyone's very nice.
That's our biggest asset right now is our population. There are some fine people left here.
And your name, ma'am?
Betty Moats.
Betty Moats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you're Peter what?
Santenello.
Santenello.
I'll just eat right here, right?
Yeah, if you want to.
Betty, can you hold the camera 1 second? I want to show this hamburger.
I got it.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? You got that? So, a Rich's hamburger. I'll point. Betty, we're gonna turn that around.
No.
Turn that camera around. Ready? There we go.
Alrighty.
Okay, Rich's hamburgers. You're getting a nice soft bun, a nice patty. I didn't go for the mayo or the onions, but that's standard.
That's all right.
That's standard. And if you just do the normal hamburger, it's $2.30.
$2.35.
Sorry,
Mustard, pickle, and onion.
$2.35.
Cheeseburgers, $4.25.
And you're getting fries.
You got the meal, which is $9.25.
And I got the full meal.
You got
So
the jumbo cheeseburger, the fry, and the 32-ounce soda.
But you can come in here. Sorry, I'm not a pickles guy. You can come in here and eat a dinner for under $5.
A lot of people just get the burger and the drink.
How much is that?
$7.
Okay, so under $10, you can eat a great meal.
Under $10, you get what you've got there.
Tastes good.
Tastes
good. Real meat.
No soy. We used to be famous for our little burgers, regular burgers.
Okay.
And we had to quit making them because the company that we bought it from for 30-some years quit making that size patty, and we cannot find a small patty that doesn't have soy in it. We used to sell our little burgers for like 10 for $1.
Okay, so as a consumer, I never even knew that they're putting soy in the meat.
Most of the chains have soy.
How long has that been going on for?
Year and a half.
It's a new thing.
It's not long. Year and a half, maybe 2 years.
Good to know. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're from here.
Yeah.
How is it?
Man, a little bit of everything. You know, people trying to find their way. It's hard though. It's really a lot of violence down here though. You know, that's why a lot of people say don't come down here. But it's a lot of good too though. It's more good than bad around here though.
Okay.
But it is a lot of bad though.
I was just told to like avoid the far western part of town.
I mean, anywhere you go, it's gonna be pretty much the same around here. You can't get away from it.
Okay. Daytime, fine going around. Nighttime, just really watch what you're doing.
I mean, daytime, nighttime, it really don't matter.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Doesn't matter.
Nah.
Is it gangs here or what is it? What's the dynamic?
Yeah, you got gangs, you got Bloods, Crips, everything. Pretty much everything like everywhere else. But it used to be like one of the most popular cities around here. Like our celebrities and stuff used to come down here until the violence just got so overwhelming that people want to come.
Why'd the violence get so bad, do you think?
Kids, young people. It's younger people.
So it's the parenting then, right?
Right, exactly, yeah.
The parenting loosened up.
Yeah. Kids start off at a young age down here. Now you got them, oh man, I done seen 13-year-olds having kids, 13, 14-year-olds getting murder charges. Yeah, it's real down here. It's like serious. But it's the kids though. It's mostly the kids though. It ain't the older people.
Yeah, it's not the dudes my age doing it.
Nah.
And it's not
even my age.
And it's not women either.
Nah. Well, they play a part in it, yeah. Because most of the time when somebody into it or somebody got a problem with each other, it's about the woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how it go.
But the woman's not pulling the trigger.
Nah. I mean, some of them will, but not mostly though. It's men though. It's men. But you got females around here.
How do you turn the ship around with the kids? What do you think?
Now how you gonna cook and you out here?
You got me on video.
She's busting you.
You good. You said turn around? Build more things in the community. Like build more parks and stuff like that. Maybe centers and gyms and stuff we can go to. You know?
But you gotta want it as an individual.
The people gotta want it.
The people gotta want it.
They can put it down here, but they don't make no difference.
You got a new playground down there. It's pretty sweet. You got a nice library.
Right,
you got another one over there. I didn't even go over there. Oh, okay.
It's tucking away, but it's a whole playground right there behind it.
So there's got to be role models for the kids to realize, hey, there's another way.
Exactly.
Go get a job, like what you're doing.
Right. People work together more, you know what I'm saying? That make everything better. But shit, you gotta start somewhere though. Somebody gotta start somewhere.
All right, guys, let's go check out some Pine Bluff neighborhoods. And I want to show you guys real estate prices here. This is gonna blow your mind. Looks like it's turning night, but it's just serious storm clouds coming in. Looks like we're gonna get a lot of thunder soon. You see how that guy just drove like pretty much in my lane, but I moved, I dodged, I maneuvered. Nothing builds skills like driving in Miami. Look at this neighborhood. Big homes, big trees. Wow. Okay, here it is. This one is for sale right here, okay? This home, let me give you the details. 4 beds, 4 baths, 2,700 square feet for a price of $96,900. Bricks, good roof on there. Have no clue what the inside looks like. Look at these. These are beautiful old homes, but the price is so low because the crime is so high. I mean, that's the reason. Unfortunately, that's the reality. Let's cruise a couple more of these neighborhoods. Look at that place. I'm gonna pop that one on Zillow. That is huge. So you can see the times of glory not long ago. Now, I was told by some guy on the street, don't go too far west of Main Street, and that's where I'm heading right now. You know, I'm sure most people are great back here. I'm sure there's some good community, but there is just, it's the reality, there's crime. And you can see people have left, things are boarded. Many less than before. And this is a difficult shoot, guys, because I got some eyeballs, got some guys all over my ass, and sort of got to keep the camera in the car. Let's go cruise this street, 11th Ave. So obviously I don't fit in here by the looks of things, but then the extra element is having a camera out your window. You know, I look like a cop. I'm sure most think I'm a cop. So it's a bit of a challenge shooting, I'm not gonna lie, but this is interesting. This is in America a lot of people don't see. I wanna show you one place in here. All right, guys, right here at this intersection, in the beginning of the month, double homicide took place right here. A 19-year-old shot and killed both another 19-year-old and an 18-year-old. From what I could find out, the reason was over $20. So that kind of stuff is happening back here. That's terrible, huh? A 19-year-old killing over 20 bucks. I mean, over any amount of money is awful, but $20. That's how little value human life has for some people. Unfortunately, that's the reality. You know, I'm trying my best, guys, to balance this town. I'm from the outside, so what do I know exactly? Obviously, I'm not a local. I don't have the intimate knowledge, but I want to show what I see, what I've read, and try to balance as best as I can. And I never know what anyone's going to say on camera. You know, sometimes I'm like, why did they say that? I'm like, I don't know, because that's what they wanted to say. And you can agree or disagree. That's the whole point of this channel. Like, I tap in, you hear what people say, you can agree or disagree, but at the very least you can see where they're coming from, like why they think that way or their perspective. To me, I find that stuff fascinating. So with Pine Bluff, I will not have a nice tight little answer for you today at the end of this video. Some easy, here's how it is, because it's many things. Just like most places are just many things, and it depends who you talk to. I mean, there are objective facts. Is it poor here overall? Yes. Has the population declined big time? Yes. Is there a lot of crime? Yes. Those are objective facts. But in those places, there's always diamonds in the rough and great people. Majority of the people here, I'm sure, are great people. And then there's some hardcore thugs that F it up for everyone. And there's probably just too many of them here. Oh, check this out. 2 stop signs, I've never seen that. One on top of the other. That's funny. Okay, here's another house I want to show you. So I'm sure all of these lots had homes at one time, and then the houses just burn down or fall down, and people leave, so they're not gonna build new ones. But check this place out. Okay, guys, guess how much this one is right here. Looks in pretty good shape on the outside. Here we go. 1,428 square feet, 2 beds, 1 bath, $25,000. There you go. That's it. 25 grand to live deep in the forest, Pine Bluff, next to an abandoned home. Hear that rain in the leaves? And it's so dark right now, but it's 2:20. Isn't that crazy? So the American dream is not dead in Pine Bluff if you're making enough money and you got a bit of a crime tolerance. You can pick these things up for less than like a half-year rent in New York City on a studio apartment. ran into the right guy because you're a
Right.
fan, you said, of the channel.
Right, absolutely, man. I don't watch a lot of like TV and stuff. I get most of my entertainment from YouTube, so
Okay.
certain channels I watch, I keep up with on a weekly basis.
Okay.
And whenever I got some free time or I'm down, that's when I catch up on what Peter's got going on.
I'm lucky I ran into you and you're taking the time to do this. So
Awesome,
thank you,
man.
man.
Heck yeah.
Because you're going to show me some stuff that, you know, I went downtown. It was great, man. I met a lot of great people. The buildings, actually, I find that stuff fascinating. And then it rained and I had to just like wait it out and it cleared out.
Yeah.
And now here you are, so thank you.
Heck yeah, man.
But you're going to show, like, there's some other parts of the town that you know about, we talked about off camera.
Right.
That I missed today.
Right.
Like, there's a big casino here.
Right, yeah.
I want to show that mall that went defunct. And you're going to show me a house right now would you say your cousin bought it or something?
So my sister's in-laws bought the house, and it's a really beautiful house in a really nice neighborhood. So this house we're coming up on right here.
Yeah.
It's an historic home here in Pine Bluff. It's built in like the 1860s, right around the Civil War. So it's a Civil War antebellum home. There were so many of those here at one time.
You grew up here?
I did not. I live in Sheridan, more in the country. It's about 25 minutes away from here. So we come here a lot for to shop, and there's a lot of restaurants around Pine Bluff.
On the outskirts?
On the outskirts.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we only have like burger places where we live. So if we want something more than a burger, we come here. Or if we need to go to the hardware store or something like that.
Does it feel dangerous for you or no?
Yeah, absolutely. Here, Pine Bluff?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But right now, driving? No.
No, not right now driving. But everybody I know, when they come through Pine Bluff, they're armed to the teeth and they got their doors locked. So because of hijackings, shootings, closer to the hospital.
Yeah, it starts to get nicer back here. Yeah, it really does.
And a lot of these homes in here are very well taken care of compared to what you have.
No, this is another side of Pine Bluff. Look at that. Nice, beautiful lawns. And these places are cheap.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I was looking at a place that was 25 grand. I mean, these are more, obviously, but probably not more than 100K, right?
Right.
That's wild. In a country of high real estate prices, you can live in this neighborhood for under 100K.
I work with a lot of people from Nigeria. That's why they moved to Arkansas. The market's more affordable here.
Those guys do so well in the U.S.
They do. Absolutely. They know what the American dream is and they're chasing it. I work with people with disabilities. Part of my day is hanging out with them and taking them to the store and spending quality time with them. Most of them don't have family anymore. You are their family.
The elders you meet up with.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's cool. So that's very meaningful work.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely get rewarded in that environment. It's very rewarding.
It's an important job. Now I feel like I'm starting to drive into Connecticut for a second, right?
Is this what Connecticut, some neighborhoods of Connecticut look like? I have no
mean,
idea. I've always wanted to go somewhere up in the Northeast. So this is the house we're coming up on right here.
This place?
Yes.
Let's get out for a second. Can we get out here?
Absolutely. I'm sure Shane, looks like his truck's here.
What a place. And we're still in Pine Bluff.
Right.
We're in the city of.
Yes.
Would have never thought in a million years how my day started that this would be here.
It's called Crime Bluff, but we call it Prime Bluff. But this area, like whenever we moved here, we literally had like baskets of people giving us gifts, and we play mahjong with the 82-year-old woman. We have Christmas parties at Miss Julie's house. We have Halloween things like spread out this whole thing. Like all of Pine Bluff comes and trick or treats, and it's not like, I mean, I'm sure that there are areas, but everybody.
But out here, you guys are cool. It's fine.
Yeah.
How long you guys lived here?
We've lived here for 5 years. We came for the house. We found this house. This was built for the Bellingraths. Mrs. Bellingrath went to her honeymoon, and they went to Louisiana, and they built this house, and it was like exactly where they stayed on their honeymoon.
Can we walk over here?
Yeah, it's exactly like the house where they stayed. Of course, she put her cool little things into it, like every woman. So it's 5,700 square foot, 4 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms.
What year was it built?
62.
Okay, so it's done with quality and pride.
Oh, yeah, I'll let you in. It's very nice.
Okay. You sure?
This side needs to be loved on.
So I'm putting this on YouTube. You okay with that?
Oh, yeah.
And are you going to stay here? Alex was saying you guys might be moving.
Well, we own a business in Benton. Have you been to Benton, not Bentonville?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's a good place. We own a business there, so we travel just to live here. We travel, my husband does an hour to work and an hour back.
Okay.
So we've considered over the time. But I would keep the house.
Can I, and you don't have to answer this obviously, what did you buy it for?
It was $305. We had to put about $200 in it. So close the door, $500. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
$500 for this.
You haven't seen it inside yet, too.
Oh my God.
Just the woodwork alone, like the people that did it, it's irreplaceable.
And we're in 2026 America.
Yes.
This isn't 1972.
No, it's great. It's such a beautiful home.
Oh, and
We're so blessed.
You got a pool?
Oh, yeah. We had a full house. It just monsooned out here.
So why is it so low? Because people are just scared of living in Pine Bluff?
It's just what everybody says about Pine Bluff, Pine Bluff. Yeah.
This is absolutely
all the
beautiful.
Little details.
Yeah.
You see the inside? Like it's all wrapped with copper. The whole house is.
Wow.
Yeah.
So these days you'd never get a house built like this.
No. And
not with copper, not with real metal.
For about 5 years at purchasing a home in Benton, and we just couldn't. We couldn't with what I wanted. But,
okay, great kitchen. Nice.
Yeah, well, we're kind of updating the kitchen, but just redo a couple things I really don't want to take away from the house.
Okay.
Yeah, so all of the wood is this is not like that foam stuff that you can buy at Lowe's. All of the work that they've done. So it was in Arkansas Tours. The house was in the Smithsonian because of the woodwork and the things that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at this beautiful floor.
Yeah, it's all marble.
What a beautiful floor. Look at this. Just all these curves, like they wouldn't do that these days unless you're spending a fortune because it would cost a fortune.
Yeah. I love all the doors. All of these came from this place in New York, and they're just solid brass. They're just
right.
Cool.
Yeah, everything's got quality.
Like the little closets that just.
Okay, if someone came up to you today and said, okay, 700,000.
I've had somebody do that, and I didn't, because we decided to stay. So this is the room that we spend all of our time in.
This is so awesome.
So it's got 2 fireplaces, and then, of course, it's overlooking.
And look at these big paned windows.
Yeah. And these are original. We changed out quite a few back.
So for the price of the most rundown, disgusting 1-bedroom in the Bay Area, California.
How much?
Well, it'd be 500,000. You could get this.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you know what I like about this too? What I've seen in Arkansas?
Yeah.
A lot of people are bummed out in the country about buying a home, the American dream. Mm-hmm. I get it. Yeah. It's great owning a home.
Yeah.
But I met a guy in Little Rock. He bought a place for like 140 something, I believe.
Yeah.
He's a bartender.
Yeah.
This place you could get for 300 when you got it for crazy. 300, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So from what I'm seeing, it's still possible here.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
so
not like
Bluff has areas like any other city that you could literally buy a house for $10,000.
I just went through those neighborhoods.
If you're in the wrong area. But like this, and then we've got some other areas in town. The country club's right down the road. You just don't think about those things just because of the stigma.
You don't know until you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw this house. I was actually on vacation. My cousin sent it to me. I was like, yeah. Like all these built-in things. Like all those are speakers, like old school speakers. So they gifted us this, and I only keep this for nostalgia, of course, but the little tube TV from whenever they lived
Yeah,
here.
You got a VCR. Nice.
Yeah. So I grew up in foster care, and I was 5 years old whenever I was taken from my family, and it was this little white house. And whenever my cousin sent me this house, it was like, wow, the Lord is so good. This is going to be my house. From little bitty white house going into foster care.
Wow, you went into foster care until you're a late teen?
15, yeah.
And then you were out?
Yeah.
On your own?
On my own completely.
At 15?
Yeah.
How'd you make your way?
It was hard. It was hard. Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
Well, have you seen Quapaw in Little Rock?
No.
Quapaw area, if you go downtown Little Rock,
Mm-hmm.
Quapaw is like the original part of it.
Yeah, I think I went there.
Yeah. So we had an apartment there. It's a long story, but
okay.
Yeah, my mom, she was just not a good mom. And she had an apartment for me, and she didn't have time to take me to school, which I wasn't begging her to at 14, 15. And I met this guy, and my only requirement at the time was that he drove a car. So
yeah,
that was pretty easy. So anyway, we were married, had 2 beautiful kids, and Shane and I, this is my second marriage. We've been married for 20 years. So,
oh, congrats.
Yeah. So we're
wow, what a journey.
Yeah.
What a journey.
Yeah.
So anything's possible.
That's right.
It's about mindset, a lot of it, right?
Well, my personal belief is that the Lord, even in chaos, can give you joy.
Okay.
So I've just kind of lived that way my whole life.
So because of the Lord guided you through.
Yeah.
Got you here.
Yeah. Not the house, but the place. Like we go through, our lives are real,
Everyone does, right?
That's right.
Everyone's got their own level of BS they're dealing with.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I don't know, we're just thankful for our little spot.
It's not so little.
Yeah.
It's pretty huge, actually.
Yeah.
But it's great. So you said you were doing what for work?
So I'm an advocate for foster children. And so what that means is I know a lot about the fun laws. I've spoken on Capitol Hill. I've done a lot of really big things. I grew up in foster care, and I want to help those that are there now.
How is it right now for kids? Is there, I mean, I hate to commodify it, but there's a supply and demand, right? You need to have enough supply of foster parents, right, for the demand.
So
is there enough?
Yeah, so if you saw the recent numbers for just the entire U.S., the big number is 52. So there are 52 houses for every 100 children. So you've got a deficit. So, I mean, there's just so much work to be done. If there was one thing that I would add to the need for foster parents, it's trauma informing and training the foster parents more.
Okay.
You get these kids like me. I had a lot of stuff to deal with. I was abused before I came into foster care.
Okay.
So you're dealing with an abused 5-year-old. You're not dealing with a 5-year-old,
Right.
So they really need trauma-informed training.
Yeah.
And people just love, they're called to love, and they do. And then they have these kids that have these big problems.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to deal with it. So training.
Okay.
Training's a big one. You can have 100 houses for 100 kids and it not work out. Because you can unadopt a child from foster care. So they can go into foster care, you can adopt them, and then realize they're not good for your home and send them back.
And then that damages the kid even more.
I've heard of some 2 and 3 times just adopted back and forth.
In Pine Bluff for kids, how is it for kids in this city? Or it just really depends who you're
Pine
talking
Bluff is
to?
a very impoverished area, so
Yeah.
we have a lot of need.
You have a lot of need?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're trying to help with that?
Yeah, any way I can.
Cool.
Yeah.
Stephanie.
So nice to meet you.
Great to meet you. Great to meet you. It's because of Alex.
Yeah, Alex, cool guy.
To Pine Bluff.
Okay, sorry, I didn't have that on camera. You said people from Saline County?
Ask me, man, people move from Pine Bluff,
not
to Pine Bluff.
I've been hearing that all my life.
And this is just a hidden jewel. I mean, man, just the camaraderie. I lived in Saline County 15 years, same house, knew all my neighbors, knew people all around me. But this here is a different level of people. Just
You know all your neighbors here?
Every neighbor in here.
So you guys look out for each other?
Party. This whole neighborhood has a Christmas party every year. Everybody comes. We block all this off right here and have a fall fest. Neighbors, like not all of them, but a large majority of them will meet here. We'll all dress up like we had Wizard of Oz this past year. And we had Wizard of Oz playing on a big jumbo screen in his yard, and had the little deal, had a little photo op set up for the kids to come up and do a photo op. Just super cool.
That is amazing.
Even when we come down here, I didn't even have any idea how cool the people just doing life with you. You have a problem, man, I can make a phone call and I could have, if I had that tree go down, there would be 15 people over here with chainsaws.
You guys are like Amish.
Yeah. just all just kind of gathered up, man. Hey,
You move a barn.
get in where you fit in.
Great stuff. Thank you so much.
See you, Shane.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Take care, Shane. Man, my head is spinning from not expecting to see this today.
Yeah, dude, what a grand old house, man.
It's interesting coming from the outside with Pine Bluff, right?
Right.
I said earlier in the video that everything's always going in a cycle. Like places go up, they go down.
Right.
I could imagine potentially, maybe I'm being just optimistic in the moment, but 10, 20, maybe 30 years, this place is just, it could have a totally different feel and look to it.
It definitely has a lot of potential, and I think that the more awareness that gets brought to Pine Bluff, the more that businesses may see it and want to come back and might want to build again.
It's just the crime has to get down.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the biggest problem. Yeah.
Nobody wants to move into high crime. And I get it. It's what part of town you're in. But overall, it's a tough sell.
Yeah.
Like to tell your, oh, look at how cool that place is. Oh, man, I love that place. It's a tough sell being like, hey, wifey, let's move to the place with, you know,
yeah, right,
an
right.
outrageous homicide rate.
Yeah.
Tough sell. But again, everything's regionalized. It's like where you're at and
right
where things are happening. And so,
yeah, I even thought about buying some of the land up here while it's at the market value that it's at. Well, I have to be real about it. It doesn't make financial sense to me, but it would be a good opportunity for someone. All the businesses moved out closest to the highway.
okay, so classic American story. The Walmart on the outskirts offering everything. All the businesses come out here, people do their shopping here, downtown dies out, right?
Absolutely right.
I mean, I'm not doing a value judgment, I'm just saying that's what it is.
It's accurate. It's 100% accurate. It's like this all around the outside of the city. All the businesses that left downtown and around downtown came up around the highway, so no one has to go into the more crime-ridden areas to shop or eat.
Okay, but if you get the crime down and then you get those really cool businesses back in those buildings, that place has soul.
Absolutely.
Pine Bluff, you can walk around, it's cool, it's interesting. This has no soul out here. It's like you pull in your car, you shop, you leave.
Yeah, corporate America. Yeah.
There's nothing you'd hang out for. It's one of 1,000 situations in the country, or thousands of.
So we're coming up on Bayou Bartholomew right here.
Okay.
And you'll be able to get a good shot of the bayou right off here. It's the longest bayou in the world. It goes all the way down to Louisiana. It's one of the oldest bayous in the world and the longest. Yeah.
I love the bayou.
Yeah. And the more you get south of Little Rock, the more swampland you'll see. A lot more alligators and snakes and more swamp marshlands and stuff like that as you get into northern Louisiana and Mississippi, the Delta region. The mall closed in 2020, and that's when some of those census went down. It's actually quite interesting with the mall. This is the access from the hotel to the old Sears.
The door's open.
Yeah. This is actually the movie theater side. What's crazy is I used to come here all the time, man.
And it's just been destroyed from the inside. Absolutely. Basically. Not long ago, you could stay at the Holiday Inn here. People still do, but not long ago, you could go to a movie and step into the small. Who are these guys?
Probably people just like us.
What's up, you guys? How's it going in there?
We just got in here. We heard you guys talking. I said, "Oh, I'd rather see them before they see us."
All right.
But it's pretty cool. We didn't want you guys.
Well,
you got it.
We're not going to kill you, and you're not going to kill us. So
yeah, we were like, we'd rather travel in a bigger group if they were willing to come look. But it's sick.
Okay, and the
I've
dude.
been told homeless, so just in case.
You got an axe. Okay. So, do you guys want to go over here under the light? We're making a YouTube video if you want to be in it.
Absolutely. We've been filming TikToks.
Are you, what are you, 7 feet tall? What's going on over there?
6'8".
Dang. You play hoops? You dunk it?
No, I'm an electrician, dude.
All right. So this place was just, can you point the light over there? Do you mind if I grab your light, actually?
Yeah,
I'll just point it with the camera. Thanks. Okay, so did you guys see anyone in here?
No, not yet.
So we've been through the Walmart over here.
Which entrance did y'all come in?
This one, just
So there's no signs that says you can't open or go in. There's
We've
doors
been
are
around
open.
and we've asked locals. They said people come in and go all the time. and
There are
police-
no trespassing signs.
No, and police
I didn't.
are frequent in the area. They make sure that like people are.
This is the
Okay.
old theater right here.
No,
Right there.
It's over there.
Is it really?
Yeah,
right
there.
there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You can actually see the rooms.
Do you guys remember when this was open?
We looked. So we're not from here. We're from Dallas. I'm staying here for 2 days working. And,
Now you're walking around a mall, a defunct mall with an axe in your hand.
yep.
Okay.
So I remember when it was open, man. I come here as a kid and then up till it closed. So
You from here?
yeah. So they had a Hibbett Sports in here. It's like the only Hibbett Sports.
Here's a fentanyl zone. Look at all that foil.
Yeah.
They're just burning it.
And there's just water just pouring in from somewhere.
Bit creepy, huh? It would be at night.
Oh yeah.
At night would be
We almost
sketch.
came and explored last night.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. This mall is massive. And I'm not recommending this for anyone else who's watching this. Don't do what I do half the time.
So this used to be like the play zone for kids right here. Massive play zone.
So you guys think anyone's in here right now?
That wouldn't surprise me.
I feel like they're sleeping,
Yeah, we've been told
especially
that.
in the dark.
We've been told there's no homeless in here sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they got their fentanyl meth parties over there. Yeah, all this stuff. Jeez. You want to find the security room?
Yeah, we're gonna explore this place.
You going all in?
Nothing going on all day. So.
You going all in?
Yep.
All right, guys. May the force be with you both.
You too.
You guys have a good day.
Take care, you guys.
See you guys.
Alex, that's exactly what I'd be doing at their age. Well, I'm doing it at my age.
Me too. I used to do stuff like that all the time.
I mean, it's just mysterious, and there's a bit of a danger element to
This
it.
is a really, like, this feels like civilization is just lost and everyone's dead.
Oh, yeah.
This is what you come to the mall and what's left. The biggest thing that happened here was a new company bought it. They were running it. There was only like 3 or 4 stores open, but people were still coming here. And they got in trouble with the health department because they got caught living in this mall, the owners.
Okay.
So they shut it down, and about 6 or so months later, somebody started a fire in here. And it's been a mystery of who started the fire ever since. After that, there was just people just gave up on saving it.
Do you feel it on your lips a little right now?
Yeah.
That's when you're around meth, fentanyl
Yeah,
residue, I
that's
think.
what
I think that's what that is. I've felt that before. I went into a fentanyl tent in Phoenix once. That wasn't fun.
Yeah.
And it hit me right in the face, and I
I
was
don't
like,
really like that. I was starting to feel something on my lips.
yeah, you feel it on your
Yeah.
lips. Yep, I hear you. All right, time to go.
Yep.
All right, Alex. Man, meeting you really cranked up the dial on this video.
Awesome, dude. I'm so happy about that. You're saying that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're right. My lips were like tingling, man.
Yeah, they tingle around that stuff. I don't know what that is, but I think it's either fentanyl or meth. It seems sort of fresh in there.
This is the old Walmart. They moved to another location out on the highway, and they never did anything with the building. So
just let it be.
Just let it be. The parking lot's turned into an actual swamp.
Yeah, the swamp's taking it back. Do they have any plans to level this thing or do anything with
They
it?
talked about it, but I mean, they haven't done anything about it. So it'll probably sit here for another 25 years before they do anything with it. The casino was actually offered to buy it, and they turned it down.
And that's, you said you want to show me one more thing, and that was the casino.
Yeah.
Because that's a big part of the Pine Bluff story.
Yeah,
right?
that's a huge part of it nowadays. Well, this here is the front of the mall.
There you go.
So you would have walked through these doors and it would have been an incredible food court. I mean, absolutely awesome area to check out. A lot of glass all over the place. Really beautiful tiles. And the only thing that's left is the Dillard's down here.
It's still open.
It's still open. It's the only
No
part
way.
of the mall that's survived.
No way.
Yeah. And it's only because Dillard's owns this side of the building.
Shout out to Dillard's.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't leave. And they still keep up their maintenance around the place.
Yeah, right. They trim their hedges and keep the grass good.
I mean, at least somebody's trying to do something.
This is a bummer for you as someone that lives around here.
Yeah, that is. Cool,
and there it is.
Too.
That's the casino.
That's it.
Okay, we're going right over there.
Absolute
Last
monster.
stop. So this is Indian gaming out here.
Yes.
When did this go up?
So they've been working on this for 3 or 4 years now. They just now finished the portion where the hotel is.
Okay, why such a big casino here? We're sort of out there.
So Delta areas, particularly in Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas, a lot of the native casinos will build up in these impoverished areas, and they're only here because they know that someone's gonna come gamble and drink their money away instead of paying their rent this month. In these areas, people have addiction problems. It's either drugs, booze, or gambling, and they know they're gonna come in and spend their check each month at the casino instead of buying groceries or something like that.
Okay.
That's a huge problem here. I mean, nothing we're gonna be able to do to fix it, but it's the nature of the beast.
Okay, and other people are coming because there's a show going on.
Right, yeah.
They want to go out to dinner with their husband or wife.
Right, absolutely.
They like it. I don't want to put, everyone under the bus.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, there's people that come from all over to go to shows.
And that's Quapaw Nation.
Quapaw Nation, yeah.
So for those outside of the U.S., there's different jurisdictions. So I don't think you can just gamble. You can't set up a casino anywhere in Arkansas, right? No. So it has to be on native tribe land. So I'm just pushing back on what you said because they probably can only build here.
Right. And then that's probably a possibility, but you got places like Tunica, Mississippi. Those aren't owned by natives. There might be a handful that are owned by natives, but they're in that area of Tunica because it's a impoverished area. They do it on purpose. Just like Greenville, Mississippi, which is only...
I went there.
...about an hour, 50 minutes from here. They put a casino right on the river, right in the most impoverished areas.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I was in Greenville.
That's a privately owned. That's not owned by the tribe.
Yeah. Okay. So find a clientele that they're going to get monthly checks.
Absolutely.
And they're a little weaker willed with blowing their money at a casino.
That's a win-win all day, man.
And this is a Latino workforce that makes this all happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amigos, ¿qué tal? ¿De dónde eres? Venezuela. They done Mexico? I mean, look at our last hour. We're in that Gucci neighborhood. Looks beautiful.
Right.
We're in the meth mall.
Yeah.
And then we're on native lands with the native casino with all the Hispanics building it.
Yeah, man.
And it's just like, I'll tell you what, the country's stimulated.
Yeah, we live in a wild place, man.
It is wild and mixed up.
Yeah, for sure.
And I love it.
Heck yeah, man.
Well, Alex, glad I met you, man.
Yeah, you too,
that
man. That was awesome, yeah.
Anything else you want to say about Pine Bluff?
Man, all I got to say is we hope that change comes here. It could get worse than this, but we hope not. But we hope that it changes and the community gets built back up and businesses come back in. That's all we can hope for. People like Peter coming here and putting Pine Bluff on the map when it's gotten such a bad rap for so long.
Okay.
I think that it might do some good here. So,
well, great. I met great people today.
Yeah.
Awesome people. Thank you all to the Pine Bluffians out there who got on camera, told your story. And thank you, Alex.
Thanks, man.
That was awesome. And guys, I have a whole Arkansas series here. The next video, I'm going to Bentonville.
Oh, wow.
Which is a totally different Arkansas, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. You're going to love it.
Other side of the tracks in many ways, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And if you want to see my first Arkansas video, Arkansas First Impressions, I shot that in Little Rock. That was awesome. That should be around here. Thanks for coming along on that journey, you guys. Until the next one. Now you're part of it, Alex.
Thanks, man.